Hi there again, Joel Broughton here, and right now we're going to talk a little bit about some ad copy tips. The information that we're going to be sharing with you right now and talking about can be used in any advertising that you're going to be doing, whether it be the advertising with the free classified ads or really anywhere else that you'll do advertising. You'll be able to use these tips. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that is very important and that I've done over the years is to create a swipe file. And basically what a swipe file is a compilation or a combination of successful ads or ideas that you've used over the years. Okay, so if you don't already have a swipe file, you need to start one, and you could just get a file folder, a physical file folder if you want, and kind of print out or write out ideas as you get them and kind of throw them in there. I've basically got a couple of swipe files. I've got one on my computer that I log all the time, and I've got a physical one as well. But of course, I've been doing this for the last 7 or 8 years. All right. So when you first get started, just select where you're going to put it. Whether you put it in a notepad file, which is basically the easiest place, to do. Just open up a new notepad file on your computer, just like this, and you can just type in headline ideas. Okay, and basically, and you can use Word if you want or whatever, but this is the simplest thing. Okay, number one. And just, I normally also suggest that you do number them, okay, as you go, and just keep track, and then you can just save it to your computer and you'll have access to it anytime you want. The other thing is you could create a physical one, but sometimes, the physical ones, we can misplace them. Sometimes it's a bit of a hassle to use them because, we're not necessarily sitting beside our swipe file as we're working, whereas on the computer, it's always going to be there. All right. I do also recommend that if you are saving it on your computer, throw it also on a backup disk or a CD or something like that, just so that you have access to it if something happens to your computer. Now, essentially what you want to do with your swipe file, and at least this is how I've set up mine, is I've basically segregated into two separate parts. Part one is a successful ad or successful headline file. Okay, and basically in there I've got a list of different ads and headlines that I've used in the past that have worked very well and that I've gotten good results from. In the second section, what I've got is just headline ideas and ad ideas. All right, and essentially what that is it's kind of gives you an easy way to brainstorm your advertising all the time. In 6 months you may have different ideas than you do today, yet some of the ideas you had today might be highly successful. So you always want to keep track of your ads that you use that are successful, as well as different ideas that you have. You never know, sometime in the future you might be needing some of those ideas, or you might want to go through them just to do a brainstorming session. I always find it's a really good idea. Okay, so create your swipe file. It's very simple, whether you do it on your computer just in a notepad file, or you actually keep a physical record of it. And I do recommend that you break it down into two sections. One into successful ads that you've tested and that have worked for you, and two, just ad ideas and headline ideas that you have. Obviously off the start, you'll just have the one section which will be the ideas, but every time that you have a successful ad that seems to be working and providing and producing results for you, make sure that you record it in your successful ad section, because then you've kind of got an ongoing record of all the successful ads that you've run over the years as you continue to use your swipe file. All right, now the next thing I want to focus on specifically is headlines. Okay, and headlines, we talked about it briefly before, but headlines really truly are probably the most important thing about advertising, okay, or about classified ads and small word ads. And the reason why is because, again, the headlines are going to be what grabs the attention of the people. Okay, now again, your headline is used specifically to determine a few specific things. And you really want to focus on these things that we're going to be talking about, just so that you make sure that you get full use out of your headline. Okay, now the headline needs to grab attention, and I mentioned that already. If I don't have your attention, you're not clicking on my ad, you're not going to see my ad, you're not going to see any of the information that I have to present, we're never going to speak, and I'm never going to be able to sell anything to my prospects. Okay, so without actually gaining their attention in the beginning, you may as well not even write the ad in the first place. Okay, so 80% of your time needs to ensure that your headlines will grab the attention of your prospects. The second thing is it needs to pique their interest. So although it may grab their attention, if they're not interested in kind of what you're saying or what you're offering or what the thing is that you're talking about, they're probably not going to proceed to stage 2 or clicking on your ad or to read the remainder of the ad. Shocking your audience is often good. A little bit of shock value will go a long way. If they're shocked or if they're intrigued, if they're interested, they're probably going to at least want to find out what it is that you're talking about or what it is that you're offering. And the fourth thing is be specific in your advertising. Okay, don't be wishy-washy. Don't try to be something to everyone. Hone down and be specific in terms of the exact prospect you're trying to attract, and speak to them specifically. Okay, speak to them attentively and make sure that they're the ones that you're trying to grab their attention and pique the interest. So use words that they can relate to. Offer them what it is that they want. Okay, so determine who you want to attract and then offer them exactly what it is that they want. Okay, so just going back now, we've talked about making a swipe file to make sure that you keep a record of all your ads and all your ideas, coming up with headlines that provide shock value, that interest, that grab attention, and then we want to talk next about focusing on your prospect. If you're not focusing on the customer or your prospect, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Okay, so we need to focus our advertising on our prospect. So many marketers, and even successful ones, focus too much on their product, their business, their opportunity, their success, their comp plan. You can get some results like that. But, through testing over the years, I've learned that if you focus on the prospect, then you'll have 100 times the results than if you focus on yourself and your business. And here's some questions to ask yourself when you're writing these ads or when you're writing any kind of sales materials or articles. Read your material over, okay, or read over your ad before putting it out there, and try to put yourself in the position of the reader, of the prospect. And ask yourself, as the prospect, what is the benefit to me? What will I get out of this, okay, from answering this ad or from going to the website, or, does this attract me? Ask yourself this: have you used the word you, okay, Y-O-U, in the sales copy or in your ad? Or are you using I, okay, in the ad? Who are you focusing on? Is it the prospect or is it yourself and your business? Make sure the focus is on the prospect, what you can do for the prospect. Make sure it tells them what benefit they're going to get from taking action on your ad. Okay, don't ever forget that the biggest reason why the prospect will answer your advertisement is if there's a benefit to them and if it's clear to them what that is. Now let's move on to your prospect's motivation. There really are two things that your prospect will be motivated by. And it's really very simple. They're either motivated by pleasure or motivated by avoiding pain. Now on the outset, this may sound very simple to you that, of course your prospects want pleasure. Of course they, don't want pain. But truly what I'm talking about is when you're writing your ads or when you're, when you're putting together material that you're trying to draw people in, you need to focus on one specific thing. Do you want to focus on giving them pleasure, or do you want to focus on them avoiding pain? Okay, you don't want to try to mix the two. You don't want to say something like, "Hey, are you broke? Are you bankrupt? Do you want to get out of debt? We can help you go on vacations and get this and that." When you start talking too many variables, what happens is your prospect will get confused. You won't be very specific, and then it'll be difficult for your prospect to understand that you're going to help them. All right, so what you want to do is you want to pick something specific. For instance, if you want to pick the pleasure route, if you want to go after your prospects based on attracting them for pleasure reasons, you want to focus on maybe giving them financial freedom. But that's all you want to focus your ad on. Don't start talking about time with the family and financial security and having fancy cars and all this. Just specifically talk about giving them financial freedom and what that can do for them, or talk about the great vacations they can go on, or talk about that they can spend more time with their kids and their family, or talk specifically about the beautiful new vehicle that they can purchase, or the fancy house that they're going to be able to buy. But don't mix everything in together. Don't give them too many things to think about. Focus specifically on what you feel is going to attract your prospect in your prospect's head. Or you can go the other route. You can talk about how they can avoid pain if they join your business, or if they get this information, they can get out of debt. Okay, or they can, they won't be broke anymore. Pick something that currently may be painful for them and a painful reminder of what they're going through in daily life and how it is that you're going to solve that and help them. But don't mix all this together, because what's going to happen if you start mixing all this together, again, you're going to be communicating a message that is kind of convoluted for your prospects. They won't understand, they'll become confused, and then they won't take any action at all. All right, so your prospect's motivation, keep that in mind when you're writing your advertisements. We're either going after a pleasurable feeling, or we're going after helping them to avoid pain. So let's show you how to spice up your ads a little bit. We've talked about the swipe file. We've gone through some ideas about headlines, focusing in on your prospect and your prospect's motivation. I'm going to share with you a few little tips now on how we can get your ads in the free classified advertising websites to kind of look a little more exciting than maybe just the text ads that we've seen so far. So we're going to get right into that right now. All right, so let's just go into the Craigslist ad that we had posted earlier. And again, you can do this on the majority of the free classified advertising sites. I'm just going to show you how to do it first on Craigslist as well, and then you can duplicate it on the other sites. So let's just pull open our Craigslist advertisement here. And this is essentially how the ad will be shown and how it'll be seen by them. So I actually just came in, I've logged into my account, I've gone into my account settings, and there's the ad here. You'll be able to find your ads as you post them, the date they were posted, and the title and everything. So basically, here's the headline: free video shows you how to succeed online. I'm going to click on that, and essentially, if you look at this, this is how the ad will kind of show up. It'll show up with the headline up here. It'll show up the date, the reply to, and then kind of all this text. So what I'm going to do, and essentially this is for two reasons. One, if this ad is working really well and I don't want to completely duplicate content, what I can do is I can change some of the colors and the fonts and actually turn this into an image so that the system won't pick up that it's a duplicate ad. Now keep in mind, you don't want to do this a ton. Don't continue to put image after image after image all over the place, because eventually, you may run into some troubles, and make sure you follow the terms of use. But this is just a little technique that I've come up with, or that I've found works really well to take a successful ad and kind of create a second one of that, have another posting, but spice it up a little bit. Okay, so essentially we're going to just take this ad and make it a little bit better. Now there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. I'm just going to use a couple simple programs that you should have on your computer. I'm not going to do any kind of crazy video editing or any kind of image graphics design or anything like that. I'm just going to show you simply how you can create and change this ad on your own computer in about 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to minimize that back. So this is my actually just PowerPoint that I'm going to use. I'm just going to create a new slide. And you can use WordPerfect for this as well, or sorry, Word. If you're using a Mac, you can use any of the word processing features there. I kind of like using PowerPoint because it gives a nice, kind of some nice shading and a nice little look. So I'm just going to simply type in free video shows you how to succeed online. And look, you know, this is, and I'll show you in a minute how my ad's going to show up, but this is essentially how it's going to look on the Craigslist you know, advertisement, and that's a kind of a big difference from what we see here. So I'm just going to go to click to add the text now, and I'll just copy exactly what I had there. You can learn how to run free advertising. So I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller here. You can learn how to run free advertising for any business online and generate full-time income from the comfort of your home. Simple and easy. And again, you can use capitals, you can put whatever you want. Just watch my free video or call me. Watch the video now at joelbroughton.com or call Joel for details at, and your phone number, and we can put please leave your, I'll put voicemail, please leave your name and number. Okay, so essentially we've got the same ad now, and as you can see, I'm gonna fix it up here a little bit, but I can change the colors if I want. I can change the sizes. I can change the fonts. I can make it smaller. I can make it bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna want this video a little bit bigger. I'm gonna just make this here a little bit smaller. Okay, you can change the colors. I mean, it's you know, with a program like this, and the Word documents are exactly the same. You can change them around. So I'm gonna just take this ad now, and I've gone up. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this ad now, and essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take an image of this ad. Okay. And if you've got a Mac, you can probably do it by just hitting Control Shift and then the number 4. On a PC, there's a simple snipping tool that I use, and to be able to use that, you could just go to just click on the window at the very bottom, do a search. There's a little search bar, and just type in snipping tool. Okay, snipping tool. And it should actually find the snipping tool. You can't see it, it's just off the screen here, but I'm going to open up the snipping tool, and it's just going to ask me snip something new. Yes, I want to snip something new, and you can actually snip and just take a picture. So just give me a sec here. Okay, so I'm going to just simply use my snipping tool, And yes, I want to do a new snip. And I'm just going to actually select the section of the screen. Okay, so essentially what I've done is I've selected the section of the screen that I wanted to snip, which is, you can see it there. And then I'm just going to, let's see, we'll move this down back into the video so you can see it. I'm just going to click on Save As. And I'm just going to save it as a picture. I'll say advertisement. Okay, and we're going to save it. All right. So it's as simple as that. Now this ad, free video, shows you how to succeed online. This picture, I've actually changed that into an image now, and which is really cool. I'm going to show you right now how we can go and put that on Craigslist. Okay, so now let's have another quick look at Craigslist. And when we do our posts on Craigslist, unfortunately we can't upload images to this website. So I can't directly upload it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up another program called Photobucket. Okay, and I'm going to go there. So it's www.photobucket.com. I'll just bring that down so you can see. Okay, so photobucket.com, and we're going to go there. We're going to set up an account. This is a really neat website because essentially what photobucket.com will allow you to do is it will, there's Photobucket, so it'll actually allow you to host images and just get a code, just get a link HTML code so that you can put it on your free classified advertising sites. And these guys will actually host the image for you. So I'm just going to go here to join now. It's free, and again, this is just another free website that that's going to allow us to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and set up my account. Joel B. Marketing. Okay, very simple, very easy. It'll take you about 3 or 4 minutes to set up the account. And Joel. I'm just going to pause the video here and I'll return in a sec just so you don't have to go through the nausea of seeing me set up another account. Okay, so of course when you sign up your account with Photobucket, I've done that. It's actually going to give you some additional kind of an upsell here. You don't need that. You could just go to no thanks at the bottom here. Okay, now we're in our Photobucket account here. It's very simple to upload pictures. You simply just go upload images and videos. It'll ask you where you want the videos from. You can select that in your section. I've already uploaded my video right now, so it only took probably about 3 or 4 seconds. Here's my album down here. I'm just going to click on that, and I'm actually just going to click on the share this media. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to post to website, send email, send to phone. I actually want get link code. So just click on the get link code, and again, the majority of websites will take HTML code, and Craigslist is obviously one of them. You can select from these different things. I'm going to want actually to just copy and paste that HTML right out of there. So I'm just going to copy that, and then I'm going to go over to my Craigslist account. Here I'm logged in here, and actually you see my video there from Saturday that I put up. Great, it's still there. It's now Monday, so 48 hours later I can write a new ad for my Craigslist BizOp section. So I'm going to go ahead and post an ad here again, post, and we're going to select small biz ads again. Now keep in mind the posting title needs to be different. So I'm going to put how to videos for your home business. Just quite a bit different. It's still got the word video in it, but it is a bit different. And then I'm just actually going to paste that HTML code right into there. I'll show my email address if they want to show it, and we'll just scroll down. I'll just lift that up a little bit so you can see everything, and we'll just hit continue. Okay, and look at what that's done now. That's actually put the my video right, or sorry, my image right on there. The one thing that it's got on there that's, I can probably fix up a little bit, if you can see, that's just from the recording software, that little black thing. You won't have that on yours. And realistically, hey, I did this in about 3 seconds, or well, 3 minutes maybe. But I put this beautiful image on here now, which looks quite a bit better than the other one, right? So I've got some different fonts, some different colors. I've got basically everything on there. So I'm just going to click on continue, and we're going to put in our CAPTCHA again. Continue. Okay, and we're done. All right, so we've now got 2 small business ads posted. We've got the free video. Now the new one's not going to show up quite right away. It'll take a little bit to show up, but we've got the 2. And again, remember what this one looked like, kind of drab, versus the image that we put. Those pages probably won't show them to me now. Yeah, but you saw the image anyway, so we don't need to see that again. Here it is, again, the free video. I mean, that looks a lot more professional, a lot more kind of exciting. And if I'm going to post ads regularly on these free classified sites, you may want to take a little bit more time, sprucing up your ads. But I mean, to me, that looks just fine. You can put some images, you can put pictures of yourself or your family in there, of a car, really whatever it is, something that can grab the attention. Again, pictures really do offer a huge value in your advertising, because it allows people to more visualize what it is that they're looking for. So, spice up your ads a little bit by putting images, some fonts, some colors, some pictures in there in your ads, in your free classified ads. I showed you how to with the use of, again, photobucket.com. Your snipping tool, or on a Mac, Control-Shift-4 will normally work. Just take a screenshot of your screen once you've created your ad in anything like a PowerPoint or a Word document, or really any kind of different document creator online that you have. And you can create an image, you can host it, like I said, on photobucket.com, and then you can post it on your free classified site. So that's it for the ad copy types. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you'll take the time to create some image ads as well as the regular ones, and we're going to move to the next section right away.